going to do in the financial statement by using profit and loss account, by using the trial balance, by using the trading account with the help of balance sheet, so on. Okay, by doing all these activities, that uniformity need to be there. All financial transaction need to have an uniformity. Okay, hope my voice is clear. Okay, next, those whatever the I mean to say guidelines, rules, principle will be there, na? So that all need to be the valid and appropriate assumption. Again, the same has repeated here. Okay, no, don't make it a confused. And next, proper information to all. In short, what I want to say, whatever the accounting entries we are going to do, those need to have a proper information, because I told you the accounting is the language of business. Unless and until you know the language, you can't go or you can't grow the business. So it doesn't mean that you can publish the fake data, okay, or I can say which is not reliable. So proper information need to be present in the accounting principle or an accounting concept or in accounting statement. Okay, hope you guys are clear. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so these are the accounting concepts which are there for the your syllabus. Okay, so there will be a 10 marks question or 5 marks question. They'll tell you explain the different accounting concepts briefly. Hello. So accounting concepts. Okay, so there are many types of accounting concepts they are involved. So it may start with business entity, then money measurement, then cost concepts, then consistency concepts, then conservatism, going concern, realization, accrual, dual aspect, disclosure, materiality, revenue recognition, or matching principles and accounting standards. Okay, so try to understand one by one. So these are the accounting principle. Out of 14, if you know a minimum 6 to 7, also fine, not an issue. Okay, it doesn't mean that whatever the 14 accounting concepts I'm displaying on a screen that has to be known. Okay, from the point of examination, if you're right 7 to 8, also fine. Okay, so let's start with one by one. It's a very important concept. Just try to understand the theme. What will be there in the concepts? Theme need to understand, then fine. Okay, easily you can write in the examination. Okay. Okay. So so business entity is nothing but organization. Okay, which is run with the help of purchasing or selling or any business transaction. Business entity is nothing but it's a firm. For example, Reliance trend will be there, even that can be the business entity. Okay, in short I can say the firm which is involved in the goods and service activities, that calls the business entity. Okay, so anyone want to give me an example of business entity? As I given Reliance trend, as I given State Bank of India, any other example of entity? Any other example of entity? Entity is nothing but a firm. Okay, which involve the activities of purchasing and this purchasing and selling. Okay, okay, Tata Motors, Big Bazaar, DMart, good. Okay, there are many types of entities. Okay, so then next, money measurement. Okay, money measurement. Money measurement is nothing but whatever the business transactions we are going to do, that has to be measured in the business. Okay, if I purchase, yeah, if I purchase the goods from a supplier, it means that I need to pay. Okay, whatever the business transactions we are going to do, those all need to have money backup. Okay, then cost concept. Cost concept is nothing but how much the cost we have incurred to produce or to sell. In short, we can produce or we can manufacture for the goods and service. So it speaks a cost concept. And next one is a conservative concept. Consistency concepts. Consistency is nothing but whatever the profit we are incurring year by year, that has to be a consistency. For example, in 2018, we have earned a profit of rupees 5 lakh, 2019 7 lakh, and okay, and assume in 2020 we have I can say earn the 3 lakh profit, and again in 21 years we may earn only a 2 lakh profits. Okay, so here in short I can say there is no any consistency, so it's increasing as well as decreasing like anything. Okay, so at least they need to have a consistency. Okay, to 2 lakh it's fine. Okay, but decreasing level we need to understand. So in short I can say they need to have a consistency. Okay, after the consistency, conservatism is not there for you. Slabs need to understand the going concern. Simple for you, you try to understand. Okay, going concern, as I told you, we have assumed that our business is going to run for the longer time of period. Going, I'm assuming, Baba, I might have started a business, okay, in 2010, but my business will run till 2040. Okay, for that the backup is there. Okay, oh, I can say that my financial transaction or books of accounts or financial position of our company. Okay, next, realization, that has to be real accuracy data, same is there in this, that all. Next, dual aspect. Dual aspects we are going to study. Dual aspect is nothing but each and every transaction will be recorded two sides. Okay, one is debit and one is credit. Okay, so we'll study the double entry system of bookkeeping. Okay, next, disclosure. Disclosure is nothing but we need to disclose the financial data. Okay, whatever the financial data we are going to record, or whatever we are going to maintain in our books of accounts, we need to disclose at the end of the financial year. Okay, we will disclose in our annual general meeting, Baba, this much profit we have incurred in this year. Last time it was this much, and this investment we have done this much, new branches we have opened. Whatever the information, financial activity will be there, that all we need to disclose. Okay, the next, materiality, that has to be materialistic. Okay, then revenue recognition, we need to understand how much the revenue we have generated. Then matching principles. Okay, income and expenditure, they need to be the match. Then accounting standards will be there, but those all things will study in the next class. Okay, so meanwhile you just got to know Bardile view, because I'm not going to stress on each and every concepts. Again, it will be a board for you. Bardile view is very important. Okay, so this is very important. Double entry bookkeeping. Okay, double entry is nothing but dual aspect transactions we are going to record. The study of double entry bookkeeping is a systematically, okay, method of recording the accounting information, then defining the double entry system, principles of double entry system, conventioning, next, accounts and its classification, debit, credit. Then we'll study the rules, analysis of transactions. Okay, so let's try to understand the meaning of double entry study, double entry book system, which is uh, I mean to say introduced by the Italian merchant, that is Lucardi Barbo Pucioli, that is 19 in 1949. Okay, yes, yeah, was that word. So when we say the double entry, it means there are two aspects of every business transactions. Okay, so double entry is nothing but double. So double entry is nothing but we are going to record all the financial transaction. I told you, whatever the financial transaction or business transaction, we are going to record in the two way, or I can say in the two sides, that called two aspects or a double entry system. We are recording two sides. Okay, so in that business transaction, one will be the receiver, one will be the giver. Okay, so in short I can say one transaction will be debited and one transaction will be the creditor. So whatever the debit and credit activity will be done at a time, that all activity will be involved in the double entry system. Okay, so recording the dual aspects of business transaction in the books of account. Okay, in terms of debit and credit is known as double entry system of bookkeeping. You may get it for 2 marks. Okay, they will ask you for the 2 marks question. So double entry system is nothing but recording the dual aspects of business transaction, okay, in the books of accounts in terms of debit and credit is known as double entry system of bookkeeping. Hope you guys are clear. Okay. Okay, methods of recording the double entry single entry system will not be there for you. Double entry system, one is debited and one is credited. Okay, a single aspect, only one single statement will be there. All the financial data will be recorded in the single entry. Double entry is a systematic form of accounting language. So see the left side. So for example, whatever the screen is displaying now, this is the left side. Whatever the transactions we are going to do, whatever the entries we are going to do in a left sides, those all entries I can say it's a debited. Okay, and whatever the entries we are going to do on the right side, those entries will be, can say it's a credited. Okay, the left side is debit and the right side is credit. Okay. Okay, so this is a definition which is given by J.R. Batley Bush. Okay, every business transaction has two-fold effect, and that is affects two accounts in
Sir,
opposite. Hello.
sir, sir, I can't see the PPT.
Okay, thank you. It's not visible. Put in the chat box if it's visible. It's not
No, sir.
visible.
No,
Yeah, few of them it's visible. You just put. It's visible, no?
no, sir.
So I think you might have any technical issue.
It's
Check it
not
out.
visible, sir.
It's not visible. Few of them you are telling that it's visible. Okay.
Not visible, sir.
Okay. You might have on your video. Check it out. Okay.
म्यूट करना बता मेरे
It's visible. Most of them they are telling the visible. Okay. Fine. Check it out. There might be the network issue with you. Don't worry. At least you can audible. My voice is audible
Yes,
to you.
yes, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. You can mute yourself. Okay. So now we got to know the definition of double entry system. So next class we'll study the minimum. So we'll conclude is DS. In short, I can say the double entry system. Okay. So as I told you, when we say the double entry system, first and foremost we'll get to know the minimum two aspects. One is debit and one is credit. Okay, there'll be two accounts. Okay, one is whatever it is. If I do the transactions, one will be the purchase activities, one are the selling activities. Okay, one account will be the debited and one account will be the credited. So those two accounts mean that one is receiver and other is giver. Okay, here the same repeated, one account is debited and one account must be creditor. Okay, that has to be credited, then only I can say it's a double entry system. Okay, so next, advantages of double entry system. Okay, so why we need to adopt the double entry system when we maintain the books of account. So double entry system have accuracy level. Okay, because each and every transaction will have a backup from the both the sides with the help of narration and so on. Next, business result. Okay, then complete records, comparative studies. Okay, at the end of the day we can get to know the how the business result will be there, because two the each and every transactions we are going to record at the both the sides, how much at the end of the day we have debited. Okay, how much we have credited. Okay, how much we have purchased sales. The business results we can track easily. Okay, next, complete records we'll get to know, because each and every transactions we are recording both the sides. Okay, business, in short I can say purchase book as well as the sales book. Okay, next, complete records will get to know comparative studies. Okay, so at the end of the day we can have a comparative studies by using the different financial statement and common acceptance, and this is as per the accounting standard I can say it's nowadays double entry system is universal accepted method. So these are the five very important advantages of double entry system. Okay, hope you guys are clear with this. So we can start with the three golden accounting rules in the next class. Okay, or we can continue, or enough for the day. Okay, so remaining concepts, whatever will be there, it's very important. Three accounting rules. Okay, three golden rules of accounts we will study in the next class. Okay. Okay, the simple assignment for you. Okay, just make a note down assignments. It's not like a assignment, it's just simple questions to you. Tomorrow you need to tell me whatever we have discussed now. Any of you need to unmute yourself and let me know what do you mean by debtor and what do you mean by the creditor. Okay, this will be the assignment for you. Hope you are noted the same. Okay, thank you. We'll see in the next class, and you will have economics class at 3 o'clock.